Hello, it's me, Jessica Riva. Today I thought I would show my face because I always have this really big fear that I always come across as someone who just talks behind a screen and never really shows their mug, I guess. And I don't want to be that kind of person who's always just behind a screen, just talking smack, you know? So I sometimes want to just show my face and remind you guys that, I'm a real person, so here I am. And also, before we get into it, I tried cutting my own bangs during this whole quarantine thing. Yeah, don't ever try that. I fucked it up so bad, so I've just been sweeping them out my face, but this is the way we're going, okay? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, okay. I'm back. So today I wanted to talk about KAACHI. I have a few things that I wasn't able to talk about in my last video just because I wasn't aware of all of the things that people have told me in the comments. Plus I wanted to clear up some things that I said in my last video, so I really wanted to make this video to A, clear up some stuff that I said, and B, talk about stuff that I wasn't able to talk about in my past video. Just before I get into KAACHI, the career boo drama, I would love it if you guys would subscribe and hit the bell button because it motivates me to make more videos and it helps me out a lot, okay? Let's get into it. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the whole Ollie London being in the same label as them. So apparently that was just a baseless rumour, but I actually thought this was true just from self-experience. So if you guys didn't know, I went to an event as a joke to meet Ollie London because I thought it would be funny, and I went with my friend Aaron, and there's also a video on that which I will link down below. But basically at this event, KAACHI were also there and they were supposed to be performing. At this event there was Ollie London, KAACHI, and the Korean YouTuber Goto. He came literally all the way from Korea, and there were two other artists there who I'm not really sure who they are, so I'm sorry, but there were two other artists there as well. So the reason that I thought that they were under the same label was because that they were so involved with each other. For example, one of the members, Coco, was in Ollie London's music video, and then secondly was because of this event, because they were involved with each other and they were just kind of endorsing each other, I guess. So this was an event that was kind of touring, so they were going to different venues, and I think they were also going to different places in Europe. So I thought that they were all connected with each other, but apparently they were just hired by the same guy. But I thought it was an easy mistake to make, and they've seemed very involved with each other. For example, Ollie seemed to endorse them a lot and support them, and obviously Coco appeared in their music video. So I thought a lot of stuff kind of pointed to them being in the same label due to the fact that they were going to all these events together and that Coco is in the music video, but apparently they're not. I guess they're just affiliated with Ollie London, so that was my mistake. I also wanted to point out that I actually saw them at this event, but I didn't realize it was them because this is actually way before they blew up. If you guys haven't seen the video, there is a video of them performing at this event, and I'm not gonna lie, it was such a low budget and cheap event that they didn't really treat the guests as guests, in my opinion. The KAACHI girls, when me and Aaron saw them, they were just standing around near the front of the stage and just talking to random K-pop fans that were also at this event. They weren't guests, they were just people who went there. I originally thought that they were just people who were going there, and it was actually really funny because we saw Chunso, but we didn't realize it was them, and we were just looking at them aren't they a bit dressed up for this really low budget career big event? The next thing I wanted to talk about was everyone cancelling one of the members for supposedly shipping herself with Jungkook from BTS. I honestly didn't think this was this big of an issue because I didn't think it was serious. Now, I don't really know in what context she said it or how serious she was when she said it, but I feel everyone's kind of jokingly said, oh, I ship myself with my bias. I'm always saying oh, I'm gonna marry Baekhyun, he's my boyfriend. I don't believe it, right? But it's just kind of a joke. Doesn't everyone just joke around like that? So I didn't really think about putting it in the video because I didn't think it was that deep or that serious, and I thought if I wanted to criticize them, then I wanted to criticize them over the right thing, which would have been their lack of training, the odd behavior, and all the stuff I mentioned in my past video. By the way, my neighbours upstairs are really loud and they're always blasting music, so if you hear any annoying music just blasting, it's probably my annoying neighbours. Another thing which I found out wasn't true is that their fandom name isn't KAACHI, even though it would be kind of a gag if it was. And I was just is it really KAACHI? And everyone was saying, oh, it's KAACHI, it's KAACHI, it's KAACHI, it's KAACHI. And there was just a part of me, I was it cannot be KAACHI. I just refuse to believe it's KAACHI. But everyone was commenting it in my video, and I didn't really want to believe it, but I found some of the comments funny, so I hearted them and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, someone released like a statement or whatever, and they said their fandom name wasn't KAACHI and it was just something that trolls made up. So yeah, it ain't KAACHI. I'm just letting you guys know. I wish it was KAACHI though. It would kind of make it funny. It would make the situation very laughable. Since my video about KAACHI came out before the music video, I wasn't able to talk about the music video, but I wanted to talk about it. So there was a whole like storyline in the music video where the girl was like being cheated on or something by the YouTuber Goto. But I thought this was really strange because the girl was like 18 and Goto is like 28, so I thought it was just really odd that they chose those two to go together instead of maybe Coco, who is apparently 26. I thought that would have been a bit less weird. But yeah, that kind of irked me a little bit, and I don't really think Goto had a say in this, or or even knew that they were going to do this, but I do think it's a little bit odd that they just created this whole storyline of like him cheating on this like really young girl, and you know, it was a bit weird that they just kind of did that, but whatever. A lot of people are in my comments saying that I'm like bullying KAACHI. I don't really necessarily think I am bullying KAACHI. I think they are receiving a lot of online bullying, and I don't think that's right. You know, making fun of their appearance or the way they look or stuff like that isn't really fair. I think they should be criticised on behaviour and talent and all the stuff I criticised them for in my past video. The issue that I have with online bullying is that it kind of alienates the girls from seeing our point of view and our criticism. If you just like send them blind hate, it kind of creates this wall behind you that they won't want to listen to you. If you actually come to them with criticism, then I would hope that they would be mature enough to understand the criticism and try and grow from it. But from the amount of hate and backlash, I don't think they're going to want to listen to any criticism. So I do believe that there shouldn't be any bullying going on, but there should be criticism. The thing that I believe they should be criticised on is the whole kind of, I want to be a K-pop idol even though I barely trained or not even trained in the Korean training system, if that makes sense. I feel like it's kind of a big FU to actual foreign idols who have trained in the Korean training system, have spent 7 days a week training, learning Korean, and really grafting their talent. For these girls to debut just out of nowhere, maybe like rehearsing for like a little bit of over a month, saying they're K-pop idols and their training is so hard even though they've been training for like 2 seconds. It's really just a big FU. People took my past video as me saying that non-Asian people can't debut in K-pop, and that wasn't really the case, because if you look at Alex from Rania, I actually fully supported her because she was actually making an effort to train in Korea. She was trying to learn Korean to the best of her ability. I do believe that she debuted a bit too early. I think she should have spent more time learning the language, but I do feel like there is a whole difference between Alex, who is the past member of Rania, and KAACHI, because Alex actually tried to train in the Korean training system and she was in Korea. I think if you're training under the Korean training system respectfully, like Alex, like she wasn't perpetuating stereotypes, she wasn't trying to act another race, she was being who she was, and she just happened to be performing in Korea, and I think that was perfectly fine and she slayed. So don't get me wrong there, okay? So someone told me that one of the members, Chinsa, is actually half Filipino, so she gets to like have a little pass, but I don't really think this is the case at all. I'm half Filipino, so I guess we're twinning. But you know, she was like still the same girl who was like perpetuating a Korean stereotype. And I should have made that more clear that it was a Korean stereotype. I can understand embracing your Filipino side because I also do that as well. You know, when I go to the Philippines, I often embrace my Filipino side a lot. I speak Tagalog to my family, and you know, I eat Filipino food, but you wouldn't see me going, oh, adobo! Oh my god, it's adobo! Oh my god, I'm so excited! It's adobo! Like, it's not right, okay? So just because she's half Filipino, it doesn't really give her a pass to perpetuate stereotypes, and I still don't really agree with the way she acted, even if she is half Filipino. You're a Korea boo if you're not Korean and you're trying to act Korean, you know? You would be an Asia boo if you're trying to act Asian, but if you're Korea boo, you're trying to act Korean. So there is a bit of a difference there. So maybe I should have said Korea boo rather than just saying Asia. But either way, I still don't agree with her behavior because I just thought it was very Korea boo-ish. So I did not like that at all. If you are Korean and you're not okay with them, then you are totally valid in that as well. And I don't really think that anyone should speak on behalf of Koreans. And this is not me saying Koreans should be offended or they shouldn't. but I'm just saying that I don't really believe that someone should just be speaking on behalf of all Koreans when I've had people who are actually Korean in my comment section saying, oh, I'm Korean and I really dislike this, or I don't approve of this. Oh, my lighting's just went off. At the end of the day, I do have a problem with the whole training thing. Like I said, it really seems like a big like FU to people who have actually spent years in the training system and have just worked so much harder than them. And I do think that their talent is just incomparable to actual K-pop groups. Like, they are decent dancers, but there was a lot of synchronization issues, and there was also just a lot of vocal issues. And I'm not the best singer, but you don't have to be Taeyeon to know that they're not very good at singing. But there is room for improvement, so I will give them that. They are not completely awful, don't get me wrong, but there is a lot of room for improvement. I just don't think that they would be ready like to debut as a so-called K-pop group. So even though I have criticized their behaviors and their talent, I don't hate them, and I don't want people to think I hate them, because hate is a very strong word, and I don't really have like something in me to hate someone. At the end of the day, I'm just like someone who just criticizes people, and everyone's open to criticism. I'm open to criticism, so if you guys disagree, then that's fine. But there is just a fine line between hate and criticism, and I always just try and leave my opinions as criticism, and you know, it can come off as hating, but I don't want to like blindly insult these girls because I just think it would be a bit unfair. The thing that I'm genuinely really curious on is how much of this like behavior and all of this stuff actually them. Like, I want to know what their producer is making them do and what actually is themselves. Like, I want to know if this Chunso girl actually thinks it's like acceptable to be like, oh, kimchi, tteokbokki, oh, like like what, like, you know what I mean? I would love to like know what is going on, and I would actually love to speak to them, but who knows. I would genuinely love to have like a sit down and talk to them and actually know what is all going on behind the scenes, like what is them and what is their producer. Like, I want to know if they think like the whole like Koreaboo kind of act is okay, or were they told to kind of play it up. I really want to know, because I don't really have any hate for these girls. I'm just genuinely really curious, and even though I don't really like the things they do, I don't want to like hate on them, you know? I can't necessarily blame the girls for wanting to follow their dreams and be famous, but there is just other ways to do it, and I just do not think this is the right way to do it. Two of them came from a really well-respected dance company in London, K-pop dance cover group, sorry, from London. So they clearly did have some dance talent. You know, it's just a shame that they're kind of showing themselves in this light rather than a positive light. I feel like there were so many different ways that they could go around this. They could say they're inspired by K-pop and they want to take aspects of K-pop and bring it into their own group, because I thought that would be totally cool or fine, but instead they're like saying that they're like a K-pop group and they're like perpetuating Korean stereotypes, and that's what kind of bugs me, you know what I mean? And it's like crazy as well. So many people are making like fake troll stuff on Twitter, and it's getting so like widely spread that, you know, people were like making like fake teasers of their new music video called End This Love or Blue Swan, and you know, people, it's making people hate on them more, and I just think that's so counterproductive and stupid. Like, maybe it's kind of funny when you like believe the troll at first, but then when you find out it's a troll, it's just like, oh. It's like everyone and their second uncle is making a video on KAACHI now, but they're a topic to talk about, and I don't really blame anyone because it's a hot topic. So yeah, I've been really interested in a lot of people's views on it, like Angelina's and Johnny's and Shirley Zamo's. I've been watching their videos about it and they all said really good points, so you should definitely check out theirs. But at the end of the day, I just have more curiosity for them rather than a dislike, and I don't want to ever seem like I'm hating on people, and I've said this a lot of times, but I just don't want to ever like spread like hate. I just want to criticize people, and sometimes it comes off as hate, but at the end of the day it's really just constructive criticism, and I would love to like tell these girls my own constructive criticisms. People are giving them so many views and so many like hate views and giving them so much attention, but if you really like hated them that much, then you would just not pay attention to them. For me, I'm just curious. I don't really care that I'm giving them attention because I'm just curious. Like, I want to know what's going on. I want to know what they're going to do next because I'm genuinely interested. And people are like saying like, oh, you're giving them attention, like you shouldn't be doing this. But it's like, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. It's just the internet, like, it's not that deep. I don't know, I just think this whole topic is really interesting and I just want to see where they go further on, and I won't lie, I'm genuinely interested, so I do want to see like if they improve or if they kind of take a step back from K-pop. I really just want to know what's going on. Yeah, that is all I'm going to say from now. If any of the KAACHI members want to talk to me and tell me what the tea is and we can have a civilized conversation, then feel free to drop me a PM. Feel free. If you guys want to keep in touch with me, my Instagram is just my name. If you guys have any topics that you want me to talk about, then leave them in the comments below or just drop me a DM on Instagram. I love hearing people's opinions, so please leave them down below. If you want to hate on me, then go ahead. If you want to hate on my wonky fringe, go ahead. Just leave a comment because, you know, I want you guys to. Do subscribe because it makes me feel better about myself and it makes me want to make more videos, so do that please. And I will see you guys later with the next video. I have no idea what it's going to be about yet, but we'll just see. Remember to stand down and watch for Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for clear skin. And make Vocaloid great again. I love you, Hatsune Miku.